never mind. Just go ahead and take my spot.
Sabes.
That's good.
First Lieutenant Cooper, Alpha Company is all present and accounted for. Sir.
Right, carry on. Fall back in. All right, fellas, welcome to the ceremony of this month. I'm going to be the one hosting it for the second time in my career in this unit. So if I do have a little faux pas, just excuse my incompetency. And we're going to go right into it. I hope everybody can hear me. With that being said, I'm going to start off with some opening notes, specifically with the new enlistees of this month. I'm not going to call you up, so just stay where you are. This is going to take a bit, I think. We have Private Manu, Private Gronk, Private Graham, Private Rosso, Private Clarity, and Recruit Kiata. We do have two re-enlistees. One of them is, two of them, both of them are actually big names. I think they were pretty well liked when they first were in this unit, and now they have returned. It's PFC E. Marsh and Specialist J. Nicholas. Both have been in this unit before, and I'm thankful to have you guys back. With that being said, we do have some anniversaries that are standing right before us. We do have one-time Staff Sergeant Ivanov on the 7th of August. He's gonna hit his 4 years, so it's you've been here so long, Jesus. We have Sergeant Shocked with 3 years on the 22nd of August. Then we have CW2 Fox with his 1 year. He is a returnee. He was in this unit prior. Actually today. So today is his first year anniversary. Congratulations, Fox. Then we have Specialist. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name. Burek with his 1 year on the 9th. Then Specialist Allen, 1 year which was 2 days ago, with his 1 year. Then we have Specialist Hudson for his 1 year on the 29th of August. So big hooah to those guys. And anything beyond 1 year is a pretty big, pretty big action. So just give me a little hooah for those guys.
Whoa.
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 Hell yeah.
We do have some
Go left, Scott, go left.
SLDC graduates that I just want to mention here. We do have Corporal Bills, Corporal Jäger, Sergeant Zwick, Staff Sergeant Fives, and Staff Sergeant Nagy. If you guys don't know, the SLDC is our squad leader development course that back in the day, I think it was still Sergeant First Class Vanel, now it's obviously Captain Vanel, has introduced with Staff Sergeant Winters back in the day. The entire course is basically just teaching junior NCOs and even older NCOs like Staff Sergeant Fives and Staff Sergeant Nagy in this case, how to do their job, not properly, because obviously they're already doing an excellent job. However, just giving them a little bit more guidance, a little bit more teaching on the tactical side as well as on the administration side. So I'm happy to see those names. Big hurrah for those guys.
Hurrah.
With that being said, we are going. Oh, this is a long list, so I'm not gonna actually call you guys up because it's a two pages list. We have First Lieutenant Cooper, CW2 Fox, CW2 Frost, Warrant Officer 1 Thorn, Warrant Officer 1 White, Staff Sergeant Mackenzie, Sergeant York, Sergeant Poyner, Corporal Bills, Corporal Jäger, Corporal Alter, Corporal Marsh, Specialist Hayes, Specialist Hudson, Specialist Montana, Specialist Hillard, Specialist Borovetsky, Specialist Siebens, Specialist Sjordal, Specialist Pech, Private First Class Thompson, Private First Class Neff. Again, I'm not going to call you up to post, but you soldiers have been given the Good Conduct Medal for 3 months in active in service without any falling back to bad behavior, I say, but just doing your job properly, reporting in, TPRing, keeping your chain of command up to date on where you are, what you're doing, and stuff like that. So big hurrah for those soldiers. Like I said, it's a long list, so I'm not going to call you guys up. It's going to take ages.
Hurrah.
Right. Awesome. Next up, we do have a pretty big medal for this unit. I'm going to call you guys up. We have Private Graham, Private Gronk, post. Stand in front of me, facing me, yeah, a little bit further back. No need to kiss me. All right, awesome. I think Graham is not here. All right. Salute.
I don't know what button that is. Sorry.
Oh, underneath backspace, backslash, I think it is. Yeah. All right. Turn around. About face. Yeah. Good enough. All right. These two soldiers are given the National Defense Service Medal for serving their own country. It doesn't have to be the United States military. It can be any nation's military. However, I say this is a big medal in this unit because it is honestly not a big achievement. Anybody can really join if they really have the patience to do so. However, it is quite the mental jump to actually do so and to quite honestly risk your life for the betterment of, or not the betterment, but for the future of the civilians. So big hurrah for those two for doing that big jump.
Hurrah.
Right, about face.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Go back in.
Goes forward.
All right. Short list, but not really minor. I want Specialist SAP if he's in the formation. Please post. Right, about face. Specialist SAP stands before you guys for the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. If you guys don't know what that is, for the newer guys, this is essentially a medal you get for donating to the unit to help, keep our servers up to date, to actually have our service. Without these donations, I don't know how long Major would have run the unit, really, because I know he did pay it out of his own pocket for quite a few years.
I still got another 20 years in me.
There you go. But like I said, these donations are really important for this unit. We can't expect to just pull money out of the sea staff members, even though they do donate quite a bunch. I do know Major still from time to time pulls a lot of money out of his pocket. Sab here has done the beyond outstanding, actually. He has donated $500. If you don't know, he donated, I think, 400 prior, or also 500 prior to this month. So big fucking hooah to Seb for his deep fucking pockets and keeping this unit alive a little longer.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you, Zap. We love you.
We do actually love you. All right, about face. Again, thank you for the donations.
You're welcome, sir.
And don't run yourself aground, please. All right, fall back in. Additionally, thank you to Lieutenant Duck and Winchester for donating both in this month. It wasn't quite enough to get this medal. I think it's $15 minimum to actually get this medal. However, like I said, every donation is appreciated. Every donation keeps this unit alive a little longer. I say a little longer, but this unit is running for like 20 years plus, so it's yeah. I appreciate every penny you guys can drop, because this is going to make everybody's life a little bit more happy. With that being said, I want Private Second Class Rocha and Private Second Class Betty post. None of them are here. Right. Those two Private Second Classes are being called upon because they have now reached the pay grade of E3 or Private First Class. So a big hooah for those two.
Wow.
Awesome. Then Private First Class Thompson, Private First Class Neff, and Private First Class McIntosh post. About face. These three soldiers, just like before, they have been promoted to the grade and rank of E4 Specialist. It's the E4 Mafia that is kind of keeping this unit alive. Without the E4 Mafia, we don't. The corporals wouldn't have anybody to yell at because they're starting to yell at them. So we're really happy to see more guys reaching the rank of Specialist. So big hooah to those three.
Wow.
About face. And thank you, and good job. Over again. All right. Give me Specialist Hansen and Private Trainee Russo post. All right, left alone again. Anyways, those two soldiers have been awarded the CIB-1 for one campaign, I believe it is, active in this unit. There are multiple stages to this award, but those two have just reached their first stage. So big hooah to those two.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, PFC E. Marsh post.
Not again.
Damn. All right. Okay. I see how it is, guys. The Private First Class Marsh, he got awarded the CIB Stage 2. Again, this is for 2 campaigns, so almost 2 years. This doesn't mean he has to be in the unit for 2 years consecutive. It just means he has to participate in that many campaigns. So that means if he, for example, attended one campaign 1 year, discharged for whatever life reasons, and came back as a re-enlistee and participated in the next campaign, he would get that medal. So big thank you to Marsh for boys. For being here.
What?
Alright, Private First Class Macintosh post. Just let you stay here from the very beginning, huh? About face. Right. Private First Class Macintosh is being awarded the CIB Stage 3. Again, like I said previously, big achievement, and we do appreciate you being here for such a long time, and also helping out in the campaigns. What? Right, about face. Right, fall back in. Thank you. Specialist Siebens, Specialist Hillard, post. Oops, wrong button. My bad. About face. These two soldiers are being awarded the CMB1, Stage 1, sorry. It is almost the same as the CIB or the CAB. However, this one is for medical personnel only. So big hurrah to those two.
What?
Oh, about face. Thank you for saving lives. Whoa. Fall back in. Alright. Give me Staff Sergeant Fitzgerald, Sergeant Swoop, Corporal Jäger, and Specialist Pech. Post. About face. Oh, he came a little late. Whoops.
Slack in, brother. Slack in.
Right, there you go. About face. Alright, these four soldiers are being awarded the Armed Forces oh my god, that's a big word for my tiny
I
brain.
believe in you.
Expeditionary Medal for 12 months time and service while being deployed. So this one is a long medal. It takes quite a bit of time to actually get it. Like it said, it is 12 months time and service with the deployment. So you can't really just be in this unit for 1 year, because our deployments don't last 1 year to get this medal. So you have to be in this unit for at least 2 years. And those four soldiers have achieved so. They have been in this unit for almost 2 years with a deployment. Big hurrah.
Whoa.
What?
Right, about face.
I think FTX time doesn't count.
Exactly, FTX time doesn't count.
Oh fuck.
Alright, fall back in. Alright, oh god, these guns. Give me. Oh, somebody forgot the ranks. Hudson and Allen, post. Oh, alright. These two soldiers are being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal. Big hurrah to those two.
Whoa.
And now let me get into my big long list. Alright. Sergeant Poyner, Specialist Coe, Specialist McTavish, and Specialist Bishop, post. We're gonna work on lines. That's fine. Right, about face. These soldiers before you are being awarded the Joint Service Achievement Medal for DMOS work. Sergeant Poino and Specialist Co, both 42 Alpha roster maintenance specialists. Since joining BMO just 2 months ago, Sergeant Poino and Specialist Co have truly impressed leadership with their dedication. Their consistent efforts in completing multiple BMO requests each week have made a positive impact in the DMOS's efficiency. These soldiers have shown incredible initiative, quickly adapting to their roles and going the extra mile to ensure tasks are completed accurately and on time. Their proactive attitude and commitment to excellence exemplifies the high standards required of a roster maintenance specialist. Specialist McTavish for 11 Bravo 1 Hotel Range Safety Officer. In the month of July, McTavish showed immeasurable amounts of motivation to take as many classes as he can for the sole purpose of being able to get qualified to be able to teach classes in FIG himself. McTavish also attended the air assault during the month as well. During this class, McTavish asked to become the lead instructor to better carry out his duties within the class. This motivation, integrity, and professionalism are the reasons Specialist McTavish is getting the JSAM. Specialist Bishop, 11 Bravo 1 Hotel Range Safety Officer. During the month of July, after a land nav had concluded, he recognized while the students knew how to land nav, they did struggle with a few things. Bishop asked his shop leader to practice with the students outside of FIG time, so they could hone their skills. Bishop went above and beyond in this duty by asking to do extra one-on-ones with those students. But also not only with those students, but also members of his own squad. This motivation is not only helpful to S3, but his squad and the unit as a whole. For these reasons, Specialist Bishop is getting the JSAM. Big Hua, all soldiers in front of you have done big achievements in the DMOSs. Without those DMOSs, I don't know where we would be at right now. Big Hua for those. Hua.
Hua.
Wow.
All right. About face. Again, thank you very much for your true dedication. Fall back in. All right, get me Sergeant Swoop and Sergeant Schneider. I believe Schneider is currently on vacation, so it's fine. All right, about face. Sergeant Swoop is both soldiers are being awarded the Joint Service Commendation Medal, which is a step up to the Joint Service Achievement Medal. It just basically means they did a little bit more above and beyond type stuff to be granted this medal. Not saying the other one is quote unquote worthless, but this one is just a little bit more outside of what you're usually meant to do. Sergeant Swoop is getting this medal for being a 11 Bravo 2 Hotel instructor. In the month of July, Swoop has taken it upon himself to seek out improvement by taking the lead on OSITs for practice and has asked for advice and feedback proactively. For the entire month, he has showed an unwavering amount of professionalism, dedication, and support for FIG and the recruits who sign up for OSIT, creating an immersive experience and motivating the new privates and recruits. Additionally, despite working on his own improvement, he also strives to help other members of the cadre, proving his watchful eye is not only inward but also outward. For the hard work he has provided in FIG and the wider unit following his actions, he is getting the JS Calm. Sergeant Schneider for 94 Alpha Land Combat Support System Specialist. He's being awarded the JSCOM for his dedicated work in COE. In the last 2 months, he took it upon himself to make multiple mod updates for the 30 mod. he not only made new backpacks and uniforms for the soldiers who hit their donation goals, but he also reconstructed the entire mod to make it easier to add, replace, and so on to the mod itself. Big hurrah to those two. It takes a lot of motivation to, like for example with Sergeant Swoop, to actually do what he did. There's a lot of self-realization that you have to do to actually be like, okay, I know I have to work on myself, but this is something we all can work on together. And for Schneider, obviously, reworking an entire mod, if anybody here has ever worked on a mod in Arma, it's not fun. It is truly a painful experience, to say the least. So going the extra step and basically just doing it without being actually told to do or asked to do or even made to think to do, that is a big hurrah. So thank you too. Yeah, you too.
What?
Hooah.
Right, about face. Again, thank you. All back in. Right. Specialist McTavish, Private First Class Winchester, post. Office. Those two soldiers are being awarded the Army Achievement Medal. Specialist McTavish, over the past several months, Specialist McTavish has transitioned into the role of radio telephone operator with ease. He has several times over the past missions been able to set up landing zones and supply requests without haste, with haste and accuracy to support the operations of 1st Platoon Widowmakers. The specialist's dedication to learning his new craft has not gone unrecognized and brings great credit upon himself, 1st Platoon Alpha Company. Private First Class Winchester, for exceptional achievement while attending Ranger School, the Ranger School Class 2501. Damn, that one is brand new. Private First Class Winchester distinguished himself among his peers by being named the honor graduate of his class. His unwavering dedication to training combined with the grit and determination shared by his fellow Ranger candidates led to his outstanding performance. What set PFC Winchester apart was his consistent and contagious motivation. I saw the clips, which never wavered throughout the 23-hour-long course. His positive attitude and leadership by example played a key role in maintaining morale, especially during the most demanding final hours of the Ranger course. PFC Winchester performance reflects great credit upon himself and the Ranger School class. Big hurrah.
Hooah.
About face.
Ranger.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. All right, fall back in. Oh my god. All right. The Specialist Hudson, PFC Reeser, PFC Rocha, and Specialist Ivan, post. Irvin? Sorry. Yeah, post. My German came out. I'm sorry. It's only one of those. Right? Right, about face. Eureka. Okay, I'm going to start with you because you're the only one present here. These soldiers are being awarded the Army Achievement Medal, however, not the normal one, but... Oh, there he is. Never mind. All right. These soldiers are being awarded the Army Achievement Medal, not the normal one, but the one with V device. PFC Reeser, during Mission Sparta, Reeser squad came under heavy contact, leaving several soldiers mortally wounded. PFC Reeser maintained a cool head and stepped up to the task at hand. expertly swapping dynamically between maintaining security, performing triage, and maintaining organization of his team while his leadership were wounded. For his actions, quick thinking, and technical prowess, his team had much lower losses than would have certainly occurred without his expert intervention. For this, he is getting the AAM with V-Device. Specialist Irvin, during Shaping Effort 5, first squad was assigned the mission of clearing 3 sectors within objective Let's Drink. As the squad entered the first sector, they were hit immediately by intensive enemy fire from an entrenched BMP, resulting in a mass casualty event. Amid the chaos, Specialist Irvin survived the initial blast and didn't hesitate. Without waiting for direction, he ran to the nearest wounded squad mate, stabilized him under fire, and carried him to a temporary CCP that had just been established. Once there, Specialist Irvin quickly relayed detailed information to the squad medic about steps he had taken to stabilize the casualty, allowing the medic to start treatment without delay. Without stopping, he turned towards the fight and moved through the kill zone 2 more times, locating and evacuating 2 additional injured squad members. He provided care to each of them on site, then brought them back to the CCP, while the BMP remained active and continued scanning for targets. What Specialist Irvin did was more than just brave. It created space for the squad medic to operate effectively and allowed Specialist Montana to stay focused on holding the perimeter against enemy forces attempting to overrun the position. His actions brought clarity to a chaotic situation and demonstrated unwavering loyalty to his teammates. His courage and commitment reflect greatly upon himself and the third ID. Specialist Hudson for valorous achievement while serving as a rifleman within 2nd Squad, 2nd Platoon during combat operations in the support of Shaping Effort 5. While assaulting an enemy mortar position, Specialist Hudson's squad was devastated by machine gun fire from an enemy technical, leaving him as the sole uninjured member. With the complete disregard for his own safety, Specialist Hudson aggressively maneuvered to engage and destroy the enemy vehicle, neutralizing the threat and preventing further friendly casualties. He then immediately began retrieving wounded squad members and coordinating and arriving elements from Warlocks and 1st Platoon to establish a CCP. Amidst a chaotic and uncoordinated scene, Specialist Hudson calmly triaged casualties, guided overwhelmed medical personnel to priority patients, and kept leadership informed on both the medical situation and security needs. His decisive action, and leadership under fire directly contributed to saving lives and maintaining combat effectiveness. Specialist Hudson's courage and selflessness reflect greatly upon himself, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, and the United States military. PFC Roger for valorous achievement while serving as an automatic rifleman within 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon, during combat operation on the 13th of July 2025, following an enemy RPG strike that inflicted casualties on friendly forces. The Private First Class held a defensive position along his squad leader, Sergeant Swoop. While the rest of the squad conducted casualty care, when an armed UAZ rapidly approached the position from the north, Sergeant Swoop identified the threat but was unable to engage. Without hesitation, under the pressure, the Private First Class calmly acquired the target and engaged with controlled fire, neutralizing both the gunner and driver with exceptional precision in just a few rounds. His decisive action and composure under fire prevented further friendly casualties and maintained the security of the squad's position. Private First Class Roger's courage and effectiveness reflect great credit upon himself, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, and the United States military. Oh, that's the long list. What? I don't know much to say about Face. You guys are doing exceptional work. Right, fall back in. There are so many more. Alright, get me Specialist Nicholas, Specialist Meckenheimer, and PFC Thompson post. Right, about face. These three soldiers are again here for the Army Achievement Medal, but not with a V device, not the normal one, but with a C device. We're gonna start with Specialist Nicholas, because why not? Specialist Nicholas for Materias, I can't say the word, I'm sorry. Achievement and adaptability under direct enemy fire, enemy contact while serving as a combat lifesaver within 3rd Squad 1st Platoon Alpha Company. During combat operations in support of Egyptian collapse. During a sustained siege on the casualty collection point near objective Pharaoh on the 15th of June 2025, Specialist Nicholas displayed unwavering composure and professionalism. His ability to quickly assess the changing tactical situation and reinforce medical support under fire contributed directly to the preservation of combat power within 1st Platoon. His combat experience and sound judgment stemming from his extended tenure in the unit, becoming a critical factor in the squad's ability to hold the line under pressure. Upon arriving at the CCP, Specialist Nicholas was already actively engaging enemy forces that had besieged the area. Despite being under intense and sustained fire from numerical superior firepower superior enemy forces armed with AK-47s, light machine guns, and RPGs, Specialist Nicholas held his ground with unwavering determination. His quick judgment and tenacity in returning accurate suppressive fire had to repel multiple waves of enemy fires directed at the CCP. Recognizing the critical situation, he not only held the line but also immediately rendered assistance to the overwhelmed medics operating within the CCP, who were suffering casualties and disorientation due to the continued barragement with RPGs and small fires. His decisive actions in both combat and casualty care directly contributed to stabilizing the perimeter and buying critical time for reinforcements to regroup and push forward. Through his bravery, combat effectiveness, and ability to remain calm under fire, Specialist Nicholas played an essential role in preserving the squad's and platoon medics' capabilities in ensuring mission success as 3rd Squad advanced and successfully pierced towards objective Longbow. His performance exemplified the high standards and courage, selflessness, and professionalism under fire. Specialist Meckenheimer, shaping effort of this medal is for shaping effort Operation 6. As newly appointed fire team leader of Bravo team, Specialist Meckenheimer had to step up for the entirety of the mission as a squad leader, due to his squad leader having to step up as a platoon sergeant. Despite his short experience as a team leader, Specialist Meckenheimer managed to lead the squad with no issues so far. He maintained good communications not just with the squad, but with the platoon as well, keeping the platoon leadership updated quite often on the squad situation and its progress. Upon its assigned task. He showed great potential as a leader, and it can be easily seen he already started living up to the NCO creed and the warrior ethos. PFC Thompson for Mission Sparta. After 2 squads of the platoon suffered massive casualties due to a BMP shooting down the ridge, PFC Thompson, as a combat lifesaver, assisted Sergeant York in extracting and providing medical assistance to the wounded of the platoon. while taking fire. Though only a junior medical staff, PFC Thompson showed off his craft in assisting with the mass gas incident. Wow, big Hua Photos 3 again.
Hooah.
Right, about face. And great to see you up front again, Nicholas, after your retirement and coming back. All back in. And you too, Mechanheimer. Thank you. All right, get me Warrant Officer Candidate Martin and PFC Winchester, Sergeant York, Specialist Mechanheimer, and Corporal Jäger. Post. I'm sorry, Mechanheimer, I could have let you stay here. Right, about face. These soldiers are getting the Army Commendation Medal. Alright. Warrant Officer Candidate Martin and Private First Class Winchester for exceptionally meritorious achievement while serving as a CH-47F Chinook crew chief during Mission Troy. And during combat operations near the city of Masjid Mualem. During aerial recovery of a disabled combat vehicle under heavy and sustained enemy fire, Warrant Officer Candidate Martin and Private Winchester displayed unwavering courage, technical proficiency, and steadfast composure. Their expertise on the management of aircraft systems and vigilant security scanning directly contributed to the safe extraction of the high-risk mission. Martin's and Private First Class Winchester's actions ensured the protection of crew and ground personnel, and their dedication to duty in the face of enemy engagement reflects great credit upon themselves. Sergeant York, during Mission Sparta, after two squads of the enemy, after two squads of the platoon suffered massive casualties due to a BMP firing down the ridge, Sergeant York saw the critical moment and leaped into action, rushing towards the elements to render medical aid. The MP managed to inflict so many casualties that by the end of its rampage, Sergeant York had used up all his bandages, spending roughly 10 minutes patching up wounded personnel from 1st Platoon. Without his quick action and medical expertise, 1st Platoon would have suffered grievous casualties. Specialist Mechanheimer. During Mission Sparta, an enemy IFV engaged and took down 2 squads while they were attempting an assault. Specialist Mechanheimer led his fire team in a flanking maneuver towards the IFV, using his Carl Gustav to knock out the IFV, then circling back to the wounded of the 2 squads left with his 2 squads left. With the fire team, he was able to hold the position while taking fire from enemy infantry. Under his leadership, 4th Squad Bravo team secured the CCP and held off enemy assaults while his medical personnel attempted resuscitation. The downed soldiers. Specialist Mechanheimer, quick thinking and combat knowledge allowed for a quick flow of orders between himself and his fire team, allowing for the establishment of a defendable CCP, assisting the platoon in its mission. Corporal Jäger during Mission Sparta. Corporal Jäger was leading his fire team understaffed and facing mounting odds. Corporal Jäger kept his cool and calm head as he continued to sweep and clear through that would later be known as Hot Route 1, with his fire team detrenching stiff enemy resistance. Each alley, house, and even room became a bloody battle as ISIS SP refused to give up any ground without its payment in blood. Corporal Jäger Jäger calm demeanor assisted in the flow of communications, as the sound of battle drowned out many. His abilities to lead his fire team through the kill box and open Hot Route 1 to first platoon was nothing short of a miracle, as the rest of the platoon pushed through and began its efforts in evacuating embassy personnel. Without his leadership, first platoon's efforts in the evacuation progress would have been severely delayed or not possible at all. Big hurrah to those 4 soldiers. Right, about face. Right, thank you, and fall back in. You guys love to write long citations whenever I'm standing here. Alright, I know you wrote me first lieutenant, but second lieutenant, but give me second lieutenant Duck, Sergeant Nagy, specialist Bishop, and specialist Harris post. Little laggy, but it's working. Okay. Ah, sorry, specialist Siebens as well, post. Is he here? Oh, regardless. Alright, about face. Alright, Second Lieutenant Duck and Staff Sergeant Nagy during shaping. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. These soldiers are standing right in front of you for the Army Commendation Medal with C device. A little step up from the normal Army Commendation Medal. Second Lieutenant Duck and Staff Sergeant Nagy during shaping effort 6, Griffin's HQ was tasked with providing support to Wizard Squad, which had taken significant casualties while defending the south side of the city. Upon HQ's arrival, triage was swiftly initiated and the CCP established, while other casualties were moved back to the CCP to provide security. Staff Sergeant Nagy and Second Lieutenant Duck pushed back out toward the direction of enemy contact to recover 2 downed soldiers in a difficult to reach position. While Second Lieutenant Duck provided all watch, Staff Sergeant Nagy descended onto exposed rock faces under direct enemy fire and successfully extracted the first casualty into cover, where they evacuated by members of Wizard. Without hesitation, the 2 continued forward to retrieve the second casualty, requiring Staff Sergeant Nagy to climb down a cliff face into a suspected minefield. During this effort, both men sustained serious injuries. Staff Sergeant Nagy was struck in the chest, resulting in a sucking chest wound. While Second Lieutenant Duck suffered a massive avulsion to his left arm from grenade shrapnel. Despite their wounds, Second Lieutenant Duck continued to return effective fire, neutralizing the enemy position and evading remaining hostiles. Once out of immediate danger, he joined Staff Sergeant Nagy in the ravine, and together they maneuvered the second casualty back to friendly lines. Under continued risks, Second Lieutenant Duck provided covering fire against an approaching enemy squad, while Staff Sergeant Nagy successfully extracted the wounded soldier to safety. Through their shared valor, determination, and refusal to leave any comrade behind, all casualties were recovered to the CCP and survived their wounds. Their action directly enabled the operation's continued success. For the glanatory and wounds sustained in combat, Staff Sergeant Nagy and Second Lieutenant Duck are each awarded the ARCOM with C device. Specialist Siebens, I forgot to call you up. However, I'm still gonna read you up, for a single act of heroism and skill under enemy fire while serving as squad medic in Alpha Company 1st Battalion during the combat operations in support of Operation Egyptian Collapse Mission Troy near Corp Justice on the 29th of June 2025. While clearing Corp Justice, 2nd and 3rd Squad came under heavy indirect fire and directly impacted and destroyed the building occupied by 2nd Squad. Without hesitation, Specialist Siebens exposed himself to enemy fire to render immediate life-saving aid to multiple casualties. During this time, 2 enemy squads supported by a main battle tank and multiple BTRs attempted to breach the Corps perimeter. Despite the overwhelming enemy force, Specialist Siebens' calm under fire, medical proficiency, and courage resulted in 0 loss of life among the friendly forces, resulting in the saving of 8 soldiers and directly contributing to the platoon's successful defense and mission completion. Specialist Siebens' actions reflect greatly of credit upon himself. Specialist Bishop, for exceptionally valorous and actions while engaged in direct combat with enemy forces during operation at combat outpost Guardian. While attached to 3rd Squad 1st Platoon, Specialist Bishop displayed conspicuous gallantry and interpretedly under fire. Recognizing the need to support 2nd Squad during an engagement, he advanced alone into the contested objective after other team members were engaged ineffective, eliminating 4 enemy combatants in the field during this maneuver. Upon securing the compound alongside friendly forces, Specialist Bishop identified and independently reported the approach of an enemy armored column, including a main battle tank and multiple BTRs. Advancing from the southeastern flank, despite no prior call made to higher command, shortly after he detected enemy infantry advancing on the northern flank, and immediately repositioned to secure the area. When the structure occupied by his elements of 2nd and 3rd Squad sustained direct hit from an enemy mortar, resulting in a mass casualty event, Specialist Bishop sustained multiple injuries, briefly lost consciousness, yet remained in the fight. Despite being wounded, he held the northern perimeter alone, engaging and neutralizing multiple waves of enemy infantry until the arrival of 2nd Platoon reinforcements. Only after ensuring the medical stabilization of his fellow soldiers did he seek treatment for his personal wounds. Specialist Bishop's selfless actions, decisive leadership, and extraordinary heroism under fire reflect great credit upon himself. And lastly, we have Specialist Jerez for valorous achievement while serving as a combat lifesaver within 1st Squad 2nd Platoon in support of 3rd Squad of 1st Platoon during combat operations on the 13th of July 2025. When the CCP for Spartans element became overwhelmed and lacked senior medical supervision, Specialist Jerez swiftly took charge of the scene, demonstrating exceptional composure and initiative under fire. He triaged and stabilized multiple wounded personnel, directly saving numerous lives. His decisive leadership ensured the CCP remained operational until the arrival of the senior medic, at which point he executed a professional and orderly hangover to Sergeant Schneider. Because of Specialist Jerez's actions, 3rd Squad was able to quickly return to the fight and re-establish a support by fire position, critical to 1st Platoon's continued advance towards the US Embassy. This allowed the platoon to maintain momentum, breach enemy defenses, and ultimately complete the successful extraction of embassy personnel. Specialist Jerez's courage and tactical significance significant actions directly contributed to the mission success and reflect great credit upon himself. Oh, God. All right. Big hoorah for those soldiers again.
Hoorah.
About face. And again, thank you for your heroism, guys. All right. All right, fall back in. Staff Sergeant Nagy just woke up. All right. Get me Specialist Montana, Sergeant Obo, Specialist Hillard, Sergeant Starling, and Corporal Bills. Post. Right, about face. These soldiers are yet again called up for the Army Commendation Medal, however, not with a C device, but with a V device. We're going to start with Specialist Montana. During Shaping Operation 5, 1st Platoon was tasked with clearing 3 sectors within Objective Let's Spring. Upon entering the first sector, the squad came under immediate and intensive enemy fire from a fortified and entrenched BMP, resulting in a mass casualty event. With the squad leader and most of the squad dead or unconscious, Specialist Montana kept his composure under extreme pressure and stepped up to take charge. Recognizing the severity of the situation, he assumed the role of Scorpion Actual. Got on radio frequency 3-1 and clearly reported the mass casualty situation. While transmitting the report, the structure he was using for cover collapsed, crushing parts of his leg and chest and hitting him with multiple rounds through the arm. Despite being seriously wounded, Specialist Montana focused on his team and applied a tourniquet to his own limbs and made a splint for his leg and assisted the squad medic in setting up a temporary CCP. As enemy forces attempted to overrun this position, Montana engaged and neutralized over 10 hostile fighters while still providing life-saving aid to his fellow soldiers. His actions helped stabilize the situation, hold the ground, and keep the mission moving forward during a critical moment. Without his efforts, first squad would have been annihilated, allowing ISIS fighters to roll the flank onto first platoon, and then endangering the efforts of the platoon in securing objective Let's Drink. Specialist Montana's courage, leadership, and refusal to back down despite severe personal injuries reflect greatly upon himself. Sergeant Ovo, during Mission Sparta, Alpha Company faced overwhelming resistance while pushing through a heavily defended town to reach the US Embassy and assist with evacuation of civilians. Enemy forces estimated at the company's strength entrenched in fortified buildings and rooftops, making the route to the embassy a lethal kill box. As first platoon split up to find viable approaches to the objective, first squad encountered numerous enemy traps as every foot of town repeat a bloody toll in brass and lives. Despite this, Sergeant Ovo continued to lead from the front, his supportive words and commands keeping the morale high of his squad, morals high in his squad, and as well as keeping the squad focused on the task at hand. Plotting a path nicknamed Hot Route 1 from the edge of the town into the embassy compound. Securing this route allowed 1st Platoon to break into the embassy and begin the evacuation of civilian assets. Without this route secured, 1st Platoon's effort to evacuate the embassy would have not been able to commence, jeopardizing the mission. Specialist Hillard, during Mission Sparta, Specialist Hillard during the Battle of Hot Route 1, each through the chaotic fight into the embassy, battered the understaffed first squad without the efforts and medical expertise of Specialist Hillard, would have been unable to continue their bloodied advance to the embassy and secure Hot Route 1. Specialist Hillard efforts allowed for first squad, to open a route for the entry of first platoon to push into the objective area and begin its task of evacuating embassy personnel. His training allowed for first squad personnel to quickly get back into the fight and advance and take the advantage of the collapsing enemy defenses as they assaulted through the embassy. Even during all this, Specialist Hillard found time to break off from his squad and help the efforts of dealing with a third squad's mass casualty event, running into second squad's mass casualty event on the way to his third squad event, stopping and assisting with both mass casualty events, stopping and helping with both mass casualty events. Sergeant Starling, during the airborne mission Sparta, scattered elements of 1st and 2nd Platoon got bogged down in the town with heavy casualties. Sergeant recommended taking the Marine MRAP from the U.S. Embassy, with Staff Sergeant Ivanos. Sergeant Starling moved to a CCP. The situation in the CCP was critical, with multiple prior casualties and enemies circling them. Driving through the town with minefields, driving through the town and the minefields, Sergeant Starling got to the CCP and wading through fire to load wounded. After the first group was in, Sergeant Starling drove the MRAP back to the embassy through enemies that had encircled the CCP. After dropping casualties, both the sergeant and staff sergeant moved back to get the rest of the survivors. Driving back through the minefield and enemies on the street, Sergeant Starling feared the rest and scattered element back to friendly lines, saving the mixed element from being completely surrounded and annihilated. Corporal Bills for wounds received in action on the 13th of June while serving as a squad leader in 3rd Squad 1st Platoon. During combat operations in the support of Egyptian collapse, Mission Sparta near Objective Longbow. During a coordinated assault, Corporal Bills led his squad along the left flank and engaged an overwhelming enemy force. While attempting to organize reinforcements under intense fire, he sustained major injuries. Despite his wounds, he relayed to his squads to establish a casualty collection point, relay critical information to higher headquarters, and successfully reorganize the squad to push through and seize the objective, contributing to the success and completion of the company's mission. Corporal Bill's extraordinary heroism and selfless actions reflect great credit upon himself. Again, big hurrah for those soldiers.
Hurrah.
What about face? Yeah, thank you very much. Good job, guys. All back in. All right, I'm gonna need a little break from the citations. So get me Sergeant Schneider.
Don't worry, I got it. Oh, my bad.
Sergeant Schneider, post. Oh, he's not here. Right, I remember. Sergeant Schneider is getting the Humanitarian Service Medal, HSM. Back in the day, for the older guys in the unit, the HSM was able to get you were able to get the HSM in 2 different ways. One was by buying somebody else a gift above $50, and by voting on the website. Nowadays, sadly, we can't track the voting anymore, which we are planning to bring back. However, you are still able to donate to fellow unit members and or give them games. In this case, Sergeant Schneider has gifted the game Broken Arrow for about $55 to Staff Sergeant Donnelly as a little present, and this is why he's being called up. Big hurrah to Sergeant Schneider.
Wow.
Alright, Chief Warrant Officer to J. Fox, Specialist McTavish, Private First Class Risa, and Private First Class Winchester post. Alright, about face. These soldiers are being awarded the basic parachute badge for completing the airborne course. Not much to say. The airborne course is a fun school. Everybody should actually participate, my personal opinion. Big hurrah to those.
Wow.
About face. Right, good job, guys. You were jumping out of a plane. Fall back in. Alright, get me Specialist Sapp, Specialist Hansen, Specialist Hillard, Specialist Ivan, Specialist O'Connor, Specialist E. Marsh, Specialist Winchester post. Alright. Oh, there's somebody's missing, I think. Oh yeah, Winchester, you were called up. Come on. There you go. Now, all right, about face. These soldiers are being awarded the Air Assault badge for completing the Air Assault school. Yeah, like I said, with the airborne school, it's a very fun school. Everybody should attend. Well, right, about face. Right, fall back in. Winchester, you can stay.
You tell him, Lieutenant.
All right, get me Chief 2 Fox, Corporal Yeager, Corporal M. Marsh, Specialist McTavish, Specialist Siebens, Specialist Hillard, Specialist Scott, Specialist Irvin, Specialist Harris, Specialist Private First Class E. Marsh, Private First Class Risa, and Private First Class Winchester post. Yes, already here. All right, about face. I kind of already spoiled a little bit with a award that Winchester or Private First Class Winchester has received earlier about what this might be for. These soldiers right before you guys have completed the 3rd ID's Ranger School and are hereby receiving the Ranger tab. Big hurrah to those. It is a very long course. If you listen to what was said during Private First Class Winchester's award, it was a 23-hour-long course with almost 0 breaks in between, meaning they had to be here the entire time, otherwise they wouldn't have gotten this award. I have only done the 173rd Ranger School, which in all honesty, compared to ours, is a walk in the park. All of mine were maximum 14 hours long. To do that double, no, I would rather sleep, if I'm really honest with you. One important mention I do want to say is Private First Class Winchester. You have not only graduated, however, like I spoiled a little bit before, you are the honor grad of Ranger School, which is a big title and honestly a big dick flex. Big hurrah to those guys, especially Winchester.
My comrade.
Ranger!
Man, look, give me a good ranger. All right, about face,
Ranger.
please. All right, thank you, and take care of yourselves. Okay, don't do that too long.
Get
Fall
those
back in.
patches on, boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can fall back in. That was a sprint. Somebody's motivated. All right. Winchester again, Harris again. Okay. Chief 2 Fox, Corporal M. Marsh, Specialist P. McTavish, Specialist Siebens, Specialist Harris, and Specialist Winchester Post. That is on me. I should have read the next award right after.
You should have probably done that.
Saved you some time. All right, about face. All right, I'm gonna butcher this because, quite honestly, I hate the French language. I'm German. I'm allowed to say that. But these soldiers in front of you are getting the French forager, whatever. This little thing, you have to be, in all honesty, a very active member of this unit. You have to be kind of mental to do it, because it takes quite a long time to actually achieve it. You have to complete Airborne School, Air Assault, as well as Ranger and or Pathfinder. However, we haven't hosted a Pathfinder in quite a while. But you have to have completed 3 out of those 4 courses to actually get the French Forager. And all these soldiers here in front of you have done so. With Private First Class Winchester, as a Private First Class, getting this is quite the achievement, if I do say so myself. I've been here for almost 5 years, and I have rarely seen a Private First Class achieve that quickly.
In a month, too.
Yeah, in a month. That is
Overachiever.
That makes sense. He is the honor graduate. Anyways, big hooah. Good job, guys.
Oh, outstanding.
Right, about face. Poor guys, you have to wear something French on your sleeves. Unlucky. All right, fall back in. All right, I'm gonna try to get it done quickly because we are a little over time now. Get me PFC Macintosh post. All right, about face. The Private First Class in front of you guys is getting awarded the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Additionally to that, he is also getting the 3rd ID combat patch. To get that medal, it's quite a long time. I remember looking at my PERSCOM like 2 years ago, thinking when I'm finally able to get this medal, you have to get for the medals and the combat patch, you have to participate in 3 official unit operations, which, like I said, each operation is 6 to 9 months long. FTX does not count. Same with Exodus. So you actually have to be here for at least 3 years, if not longer, to actually achieve that. Major needs to correct me. I think the 3rd ID patch is 4 years though?
Say again?
The 3rd ID patch. Can you remind my silly self on how you get that one?
That's three campaigns.
3 campaigns. Okay, it's the same. All right, my bad. But yeah, it is a cool medal. It takes a long time to actually receive it. So big hurrah to Private First Class Macintosh.
What?
About face. Fall back in. Congratulations. All right, get me OCS Lotus and CW2 Fox post. Is the chief here? There he is. He just needs a while. He was in a meeting somewhere. Oh man. Right, about face. These two officers in front of you, one of them being a chief warrant officer, however, an officer nonetheless for the NCO folk, are receiving the Army Materials Unit Commendation, the MUC. This medal, honestly, we have to say thank you for CW2 Fox for reminding myself to actually put people in for that medal. This medal is awarded to only commissioned officers as well as chief warrant officers for every 1 year of material service within the unit, as well as their position and their responsibility. Both of these soldiers are getting it. The chief is getting a new one. Sadly, I have to say, because of my self-lackluster ways, I have to backdate Lotus's award. But nonetheless, he's getting it because of his very good service so far. Big hua to those two.
Hua.
All right, about face. Thank you and good job, guys. Fall back in. All right, I try to avoid it, but I have to read more citations. Get me, CW2, Tracy, post. All right, about face. Before I start this, I do have to say the Chief 2 in front of you guys is a record holder for this medal, I'm pretty sure. He has, I think, 4 of those already. He is collecting them like candy in a fucking candy bar. Regardless, this soldier in front of you is getting the Air Medal with V-Device for exceptionally meritorious achievement while serving as a CH-47 Chinook pilot during Mission Troy. And during combat operations near of the city of Masjid Mualem. The Chief Warrant Officer 2, Tracy, skillfully executed an aerial recovery of a disabled combat vehicle under intense and sustained enemy fire, demonstrating extraordinary airmanship, composure, and decisive action in a high-risk environment. The Chief 2 later returned with a new infantry combat vehicle, allowing the infantry platoon to continue rapid movement, ensuring critical success to overall Alpha Company's operation. His expert coordination with the ground forces and unwavering commitment to mission success ensured the rapid extraction of critical equipment while preserving the safety of his crew and supporting personnel. Chief 2 Trace's actions directly contributed to operational momentum, equipment recovery, and protection of U.S. forces, reflecting great credit upon himself. Again, like I said, this isn't the first time that Tracy is in front of us for doing the exact same thing. I remember when I was his LT, I kind of thought he was a madman sometimes, honestly, with how many dangerous things he did, but somehow he always comes out of it alive, and well, he might be just a lucky charm. With that being said, big hua to Tracy. All right, about face. Good flying, Tracy. I appreciate it. Over again. All right. I need Staff Sergeant Ivanov, post. Иди сюда, нахуй. Alright, about face. Alright, the staff sergeant in front of you, he's getting the Purple Heart for being a bullet sponge, while also being a very competent platoon sergeant, if I do say so myself. During Mission Sparta, the airborne mission, some elements of 1st and 2nd Platoon were surrounded, forming a makeshift CCP in the town as ISIS fighters tightened the noose around the scattered elements of first and second platoon. Staff Sergeant Ivanov, quick thinking ordered Sergeant Starling to seize an abandoned Marine AMRAP. The two manning the vehicle drove through the still hostile town to the makeshift CCP. Staff Sergeant Ivanov got out of the AMRAP, commanded all personnel to get the severely injured personnel into the AMRAP. While barking orders, Staff Sergeant Ivanov made himself a target for snipers and machine gunners, and was seriously wounded. Without hesitation, Staff Sergeant got back to the MRAP and started providing covering fire with the 50 cal, drawing more fire to himself, but allowing the loading of injured personnel. While laying down covering fire, Staff Sergeant was wounded several more times. With all wounded on board, Staff Sergeant gave the order to move back to the embassy. After getting back and unloading the wounded, Staff Sergeant Ivanov, knowing those he left behind at the CCP did not have much time left, denied medical attention, ordering Staff Sergeant to turn the vehicle around, and drove back into enemy fire, rescuing the remaining personnel at the CCP. Very, very courageous, like I said, and keeping your head cool while under fire and basically dying while you're trying to keep everybody else alive. Good job, Ivanov. That is heroism, right? A big hurrah for Ivanov.
Wow.
Oh, Ivan.
About face. Good job, my Russian friend. Fall back in. All right. Only two more. I am in need of one time Staff Sergeant Nagy and one times First Sergeant Garcia. Post. It's been a long time since you were up here, because Garcia.
Yep.
All right. About face. These two soldiers in front of you are here to receive the Meritorious Service Medal, the MSM, each for different reasons. So I'm going to start with Staff Sergeant Nagy. Staff Sergeant Nagy for work both in RO and COE. Staff Sergeant Nagy has been at the forefront of the unit's recruitment and retention demos for almost 2 years. During that time, Staff Sergeant Nagy has performed his duty as 79 Romeo to perfection, earning him the title of NTOIC or 79 X-Ray after just about 6 months while being in the demos. The Staff Sergeant has been the center of all the good and the bad during this time, and overall, due to his extreme attention to detail, this unit has seen growth and success since he has entered the NCOIC position. However, the Staff Sergeant decided that in June 2025, he needed an additional challenge and joined COE as a 12th Tango. In this time, in his time within COE, the soldier has put in numerous hours of voluntary work to keep the unit running, not only from the recruitment side, but also the server side. Staff Sergeant Nagy has put in about 40 to 60 hours in the past month to upkeep the server, writing bots to help with streamlining, figuring out fixes to issues under extreme tight time pressure, all while working on the second server and making sure it runs to the unit's liking. The Staff Sergeant went above and beyond all metrics for both his time in RO and COE. He's a shining example of what giving all truly means. Without the soldier in the unit, we would be looking severely different to how we are looking right now. I mean, 40 to 60 hours, that is two to 3 weeks of actual work unpaid. And he did it out of his own volition. Big hurrah. Now to the First Sergeant. First Sergeant Garcia for exceptional and meritorious service as Company First Sergeant from November 2023 to August 2025. During this period, First Sergeant Garcia led the non-commissioned officer corps with distinction, conducting monthly promotion boards and NCO meetings that consistently upheld the professional standards and development of the unit's enlisted leaders. His steady leadership and commitment to excellence directly contributed to the growth and effectiveness of the company. And in addition to his first sergeant duties, he served as a guiding hand across multiple DMOSs, including the Force Improvement Group and the Base Maintenance Office, where he recently resumed the role of the NCOIC. His ability to lead, mentor, and support multiple critical functions of the unit embodies the highest ideals of service. First Sergeant Garcia's dedication and impact reflect great credit upon himself, Alpha Company, and the 3rd Infantry Division. Big hooah for First Sergeant here.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
I've never been, exactly. I've never been so behind an award. The First Sergeant is, unlike the award says, not only a good mentor for the NCOs, but he's been here so long. He has so much experience within the unit about both admin side and infantry side that I still sometimes see some of the officer corps, including myself, moving our asses to his office asking for guidance. That's how effective Garcia is at his job. So I'm very happy that Garcia, you've been yet again being shown love like this. I appreciate you being here. All right, with that being said, about face. All right, again, thank you and good work, guys. Keep on the work. Fall back in. All right, with that being said, we have almost finished. We do have some closing notes. They are very short, so I'm going to keep them quick. One, we have some demos announcements. We have S2. So myself, Vanel and myself are still looking for a Zeus. We have one Zeus position open as of right now. So if you're interested in Zeusing for this unit, if you're interested in learning Zeusing, please directly message the captain or myself, and we will see to it. We really need the support wherever we can get it. And like I said, we are not only hiring people that are good at Zeusing already, we are also hiring people that want to get good at Zeusing. So if you just want to get your foot in the door, just message us. We will teach you, and we will figure out the rest. Besides that, we have an announcement for S3 FIG. They have given. They were so grateful and given us the courses that will happen in the month of August. We will host the Advanced Radio Communication course on the 16th of August at 1800 EST, as well as Air Assault School on the 30th of August, 1800 EST. Right. With that being said, we are pretty much done. PLs, get control of you guys and dismiss them. Well. Damn, okay, this is awkward now. Come on.
Opportunity does.
Duck has an opportunity.
Dismissed.
You're dismissed.
Alright, there we go.
As soon as they
Still verifying files.